Says do not bend, and they've completely bent this. So I've had a while to play around with this and I've been really enjoying it. Me and my family did get sick for a couple weeks, which I guess this was like perfect timing because I could just play with this while I recovered. But I did post that I had implemented mods on mine just because, you know me, I gotta make it look extra cute and stuff. So I want to show you guys like the mods that I put on. It's not a lot, it's very few, but just in case you were wondering. So the first one, as you see, is the background on my Steam Deck, which is the plaid pink from my Creator Coquette series of my phone theme. So how I did this one was I went to Steam and then you go down to, oh wait, actually the very first thing that I customized was the intro screen that you just saw. So that was like one of the first things I actually bought with the points that I got from ordering a Steam Deck. Granted, the points, like, it doesn't cost a lot in points to get that opening screen, but yeah, that's what I used like my points for. I still have a lot more left. But the second thing that I think I'm gonna get to before I get to the home screen that you're seeing right now is this. So when I click on Steam, you see that this is colored, the highlight is colored, and the words change colors when I highlight them. Along with quick settings, when I click on quick settings, you can see that it's a more saturated pink, kind of copies a lot of my saturated pink art versus the pastel that I have on this side. And then you'll also see that when I go down or move, I changed the highlights as well to yellow and purple. The purple is a little bit dark, and then on the non-highlighted areas I went with a light pink to contrast against the dark pink that I have for this. And then the same with the Steam button, I did a pastel pink, but it ombreed into a pastel purple. And then I had the words white. The highlight is like a off pink color, and the words become a dark pink to mimic the quick settings a little bit. Along with that, going back to the home screen, you will see my plaid setting. The plaid setting is all from the same app that I used to change the UI of my Steam Deck. The plaid setting itself is from my phone theme called Creator Coquette. So if you are interested in that, that will be linked down below as well. But I did go through a couple of my desktop wallpapers to decide which one I wanted, and I just decided the plain white and pink, or like light pink and dark pink plaid background was perfect. So what I used to do this was the app. Let me go back. Decky. So what you'll have to do, if you are interested, what you'll have to do to get Decky is actually go on their website and download it. But you have to go on their website through the Steam Deck so that it can be downloaded on your Steam Deck. And how you'll do that is you'll click on your Steam button here, and then you'll go down to power, and then you'll go down to switch to desktop. And as you see, I also like changed this a little bit. I made it a little bit rounder, and then when I highlight it, it's like white but with pink words. I thought that was a little cute. I didn't feel like doing like the whole gray part yet. I did eventually get a little lazy with doing these settings, but yeah. And after you download it, you will get the app itself, and I'm gonna show you guys what the app looks like. This is what the modification app looks like, and it can be quite overwhelming. So I would say definitely do your research if you're interested in modding up your Steam Deck and see which mods you actually want on there. So all you have to do is click, type in the mods that you're looking for. For instance, one of the mods that I have is CSS Loader. It's the first thing that pop up because I'm pretty sure it's like the only one. But this is the CSS Loader. This is what I use to make everything pink. So all this, you can customize it as much as you want, which is what I really like about the CSS Loader. And then the second app that I have for the Decky app is the Audio Loader, which when you pick the Audio Loader, you can also pick sounds from that you want to implement into this mini like extension. And I chose Animal Crossing, which this is what it does. Give me a second. But yeah, I thought that was cute. I don't have it on all the time sometimes, because sometimes the same sounds can get really annoying. And also so the reason I only have 2 apps from Decky, or 2 extensions from Decky on here, is because I really wanted to test out like how well they last, if they eat up a lot of battery. So far, it does not eat up a lot of battery. The only time my battery gets eaten up is when I'm like playing games. There were 2 times that my screen did go black, and at first I thought it was the extensions, but after learning, I figured out it's because I didn't properly exit out of the games that I was already playing on my Steam Deck. And for clarification, again, I know I already put it on this video, but for clarification, I do have the Steam Deck Oled and not the first Steam Deck, so like the second one. Yeah, it's because I didn't properly log out of the games that I was already playing. I thought you just exit the game, be fine, but you have to make sure that Steam actually isn't running the game in the background or something like that. And to get the home setting, or the static home, I believe it's called. So you'll go to the CSS Loader if you do choose this extension, and you'll go down to static background right here. And then click that arrow, go down, open home background. You'll click on that, and you'll need to go down all the way to static background. But you will need to have a file in there that you want to have as your home screen background. And to do that, you'll go to Steam Deck, go to power, and then switch back to your desktop. The desktop works just like any other laptop desktop, hence desktop, but they have the folders there as usual, and you'll find your Decky folder and then the CSS Loader folder, and you will find the static background part, and then just drop the photo that you want as a background on there. I'm definitely gonna find like something else, because I've just had this background for a while now, but it's very simple. I know it sounds like a lot of steps, but it's very simple. But I'm going to assume if you're modding your Steam Deck that you're already looking for something to customize the heck out of, and you're willing to do like the extra work. But yeah, that's about it. If you look at other people's mods, they have a lot of apps. I was a little scared to do a lot of extra apps or extensions, I keep saying apps, on Decky, just because I wasn't sure how it was going to affect the longevity of my playtime. But I haven't seen anything major, so I might go in and do a little bit more. But yeah, that is about it. Everything came out so cute. It's super pink. For reference, I didn't expect my Steam Deck to be this freaking pink, because I did have some peach thumb grips, but they weren't the right size. I did not size those right, so I had to use my star ones that I still had left over, and they are like the perfect match of pink, which is actually what I didn't want. I wanted them to stand out just a little bit, so I definitely might look and find some other grips, definitely some cute ones that match the vibe. And the reason that I chose the silicone for my Steam Deck instead of doing the entire wrap, the vinyl wrap, is because I know me, and I know I like to change out my stuff a lot. I like to redecorate a lot, and it just gave me more options if I just put a silicone. Eventually I'm gonna get tired of the silicone and probably do an official big wrap, but for now this is cool. I did keep, because that was a good penny, I did keep the official vinyl, but everything looks really cute. Everything turned out really cute. I really love everything about it. The Steam Deck is super duper fun, if you're somebody who has a lot of Steam games. Super duper fun. The only issue I found is that I cannot play Amazing Spider-Man 2. And anybody, if you have the Steam Deck and you try to play Amazing Spider-Man 2, please let me know, because they have it on here as Steam Deck compatible. Like, you'll get this little check mark if it is. But I bought it, which was almost 60 bucks, and it just skipped the whole time. Like, it just messed up the entire time, which completely sucked. I could barely get through the beginning of the cutscene without it skipping, and it was so sad because it was so fun to play. But that's definitely not Steam Deck compatible, so they really need to calibrate that again. And I did do research and saw the people had the same problem, but I was like, maybe I'm lucky, but no. So I had Steam refund me that. I think it's as long as you ask for a refund within 48 hours and you only have like under an hour gameplay, something like that. But I had enough to where it's not like I could do much because it was just messing up that much. But if you haven't noticed, I do have some fun cozy games. Palia is my #1 game. Love it. I think it's still in early access, like the game itself, but I absolutely love this game so much. So if you have Palia, I would love to add you. But yeah, and then American Truck Driver, favorite game, was literally playing that last night. Coffee Caravan and Thank Goodness You're Here, which is a really funny game. Another cozy game is Pixel Cafe, and then I have Split Fiction that I play with my sister. I do just got some more. I have a lot on here. I was having an issue playing my favorite Star Wars Old Republic. I don't know, I think I need to make a new account because it was like messing up. I do have Baldur's Gate, and I got up to a point and then just stopped because it was getting like overwhelming. And then if you want like a super cozy game where you can just like, you're just like tracking your day or tracking your activities while you get like, it's very what's the word, supernatural fantasy based. Love Spirit City Lo-Fi Sessions. You could customize your character, customize your cat, customize your room and stuff, and then you can like time it, and then when you finish like certain tasks, you get like special spirit animals and stuff. It's so cool. I love it so much. I only use it though when I'm actually like tracking my time, and it does take up 2.5 gigabytes. So the last thing that you need to get if you get a Steam Deck, especially a Steam Deck Oled, get that card, that SD card, because I got one that was 1 terabyte so that I can have all these extra games, because the Steam Deck that I got was only, I think, the 512 gigabyte, and Baldur's Gate takes up a lot of that. But I know I wanted to still play my main game, which is Palia and then American Truck Driver, so I got me an SD card that was 1 terabyte. But yeah, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is a new series that I'm trying on my channel called Creato's Cute Things, and it's basically going to be cute things that I discovered, bought, enjoyed, testing out, and I just wanted to share this with you guys instead of like making a whole nother channel just to show off my cute stuff, unless you guys think that's a great idea. But just let me know. Everything that I used and even the customization that I did will be in the description box below if you're interested. But yeah, I know that the OLED isn't like a brand new thing, but it is a hefty price. So if you don't have it, maybe you're interested. But anyway, yeah, really love this. I love playing it all the time. Like, I play this all the freaking time. And yeah, I hope to see you guys on another video. I hope you enjoyed this brand new series that I'm trying out, and I hope you check out another one. Until then, I will see you guys later.
I like saying
bye.